way you moving to the drum.
Hey guys, what's happening? Phil Harris here from beginnerdjlessons.com. In this week's video, what I'm going to show you is a creative way to use the sampler in a drop swap. Sounds confusing, it's really simple. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so I did this the other day during a DJ set and it went down really well, so I wanted to remember it to teach you guys how to do it. I found a track here, it's called Move It to the Drum, okay? And during the build up to the drop, it's got this vocal sample that kind of goes, ah, damn girl, okay? This is what it actually sounds like.
Damn girl, damn girl.
Okay, and it's got this build up, and then just before the drop it goes,
like the way you moving to the drum.
Okay, so what I wanted to do was take that little bit that goes, ah, damn girl, and make it into an actual sample that I can just drop into a track. So I went onto Ableton and I just literally took that section out. In fact, I'm going to show you how to do this now. Guys, I know a lot of you don't use Ableton, but I'm a true believer that all DJs should know the basics of music production stuff, so you can do little things like this. If you're interested, I've got a course at beginnerdjlessons.com. My beginner course will teach you everything and way more that you would need to know to massively enhance your DJ sets. Let me just jump on Ableton and show you how easy it is to do what I just explained. Hey guys, so here we are in Ableton. All I did was I took the track, dragged it in. I found the bit of the sample that we wanted, which is this section.
Damn girl.
All you got to do literally is you just highlight it like this, drag it into its own new lane like that, delete the original, and you're left with the sample. The only other thing which I like to do as well is I like to get rid of some of the bass frequencies. So I just get an EQ, which is essentially like the EQ on our DJ decks, and I drag in like this, which will then cut all the bass frequencies, and what you'll have now is a sample that sounds a little bit thinner, but it's better for layering over songs. It sounds like this.
Damn girl.
And there we go. That is what I would then export and put into Serato to use on samples. Cool, so once you've got that little sample, you then cut it out and you can put it into Serato or whatever music, like DJ software you use. And I've just named it vocal sample, and that's how I rendered it out. And what you do is on Serato, you can come to this top section here, which is like a little air horn type thing. You click it and it'll drop down different rows where you can drop samples. So all you do then is you grab the sample and you just drop it straight in, okay? Now, on your DJ decks, when you go to the sampler, which is on my DJ decks, it's here, you can now play this sample.
Damn girl.
Let's turn that down a little bit. So we got that sample. Now the only other thing I want to tell you about this is there's 3 different ways to play this sample. The first one is you touch it and it plays the sample the whole way through.
Damn girl.
The next one looks like a H, and what happens is it only plays it for as long as you got your finger on the button. Okay, and then there's another one here which plays it, but if you hit the button again, it stops it. Okay, the one we want to have is the one that just plays it the whole way through. Okay, there's one other thing I wanted to tell you about the sampler, which is kind of cool as well. If you hit shift and then sampler, it puts it into a velocity mode, okay, which means however hard you hit the button, it plays the sample at that level, the volume level, okay? So if you hit it softly, it plays it softly. If you hit it really hard, it plays it louder, like this. So if you were playing a really quiet rave at like a nursing home or something, you could just be like, but if you were, playing a big party, then you just slam it hard.
Damn girl.
Makes you look more like masculine as well when you're really slamming buttons, Okay, cool. So I'm not going to use that mode, by the way. I just wanted to tell you about it. So hit it again. What I'm going to be doing is just moving the sampler volume up.
Damn girl. Damn girl.
That's how it's going to work. So here's how it works. You go to a track that's currently building to a big drop. And as you all know, what we're going to be doing is a drop swap. That's what I call it. And the moment we're going to be swapping it is that little vocal section before the drop. So on track A, we've got a vocal section that sounds a bit like this. Let me just play it to you.
Here we go.
Okay, and on the track that we're going to bring in, the little vocal sample sounds a bit like this.
Like the way you move into the drum.
So essentially, in terms of the actual drop swap itself, I've taught you guys this one in the past. It's ridiculously simple. All you do is you let track A play up to that vocal sample, keep your eye on it, and keep track B paused. Keep both volumes up, and when that vocal sample hits just before it, you slam play on both sides and it'll just swap the tracks. It's literally this. Let me just show you, okay?
Like the way you move into the drum.
Okay, so that's all we're going to be doing. However, where this sampler thing comes in really handy is on track A, as it's building up to the drop, we can throw in that sample however we want, and it's really cool. It's like a creative way for you to be able to kind of semi bring in track B. Okay, so that's essentially it. What we're going to do is press play on track A. As it builds, I'm going to be bringing in that sample, and at the last minute, bang, drop swap. Everyone goes wild if you get this right, and you've got to get this right because you'll look like an idiot if you don't. Okay, last thing I wanted to tell you about samplers, okay? Sampler is available on both, they're both the same. So you can have this one here.
Damn girl. Damn girl.
They're the same. So the awesome thing about this is we can keep this track queued up. We don't have to do anything over here. This is track A with the build. We're hitting the sampler on track A, and when we're ready, bang. It makes things so easy, okay? So let me give you an example.
Damn girl. 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 Like the way you move into the drum.
Okay, that's it. Now, of course, you can be a bit more experimental with this if you want. You can kind of drum it in a bit quicker. In fact, for this next one, I'm going to put it on that H mode, so it kind of starts and stops, and I'm just going to kind of build it up a bit more. You can do what you want. This is the cool thing about this stuff I'm teaching you. It's just creative. Go and find little vocal samples, some songs, drop them in. You can drop them in however you want. It's awesome. It's good fun. Okay, let's give it a go.
Damn girl. Damn girl. Damn girl. Damn girl. Like the way you move into the drum.
Okay guys, that's it. Now, I know there's a ton of DJs out there who are probably going to watch this and go, what an idiot. All you have to do is phrase match. I know about phrase matching. That's not the point of this. The point of this is you're taking elements of different songs and you're putting the control back in your own hands to play around with things a bit more live and actually kind of like interact with your DJ decks a little bit more. It can be applied to so many instances, whatever genre. It's a really cool technique. And remember guys, DJing at the end of the day is all about energy, having fun and interacting with your audience through the music you are playing. And being able to take more control is an amazing way to do that. So there we go. I really hope you enjoyed this and I hope it inspires you to go and try a couple of different things. Guys, stuff like this is all covered in my intermediate and my advanced DJing course I've just recently released. So if you want to go and check out a ton of really cool things just like this, make sure you go to beginnerdjlessons.com and check it out. And if you've already bought one of my courses, you can just log in and you will have links to all the different courses there as well. Finally guys, I just wanted to say, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you leave a comment, because when I get likes and comments, like, YouTube shows my video to more people, which is what I want to happen, and it also like helps fill that emptiness that I have right here. So make sure you go and do that. And guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for weekly videos. I'm planning on doing more than one a week. I just haven't got around to it because I'm busy, but you'll definitely get one a week. So subscribe for that. Yeah, that's it guys. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.